And this one, I'm pretty much going to talk about ways that the narc tries to make you stay and make you come back. Okay? Ways that they try to do these things. And basically, once the mask come off and you realize that this is not what it is, this is not what you want, like you're just so unhappy, trust your girl. I know. So I'm not in any type of order because I just jotted down some, notes or whatever that I want to make sure I touch bases on, okay? But first of all, let's say this. When it got with you, they already knew. You didn't know, but they already knew that it was going to be an expiration date. Because they can't keep nothing or anyone. They can't even keep a cat or a dog around them. The cat and dog even run away, okay? And they know that every relationship that they ever had always ended right back to failure. But if you were that one that was like the best one that they caught, that they reeled in, you're going to be the one that they are obsessed more. Even the ones that don't even like know you, like it was just like hi bye, whatever, these new knocks, I call them. These new knocks. They are there because they see your light and they think that you can cure them and fix their life. But when it don't work for them, it don't work for them. But this is not what the topic is about. I just want to throw that out there. Just so you guys can be clear. All right. So these knocks, they got ways to try to make you stay and also try to make you come back. Now, I'm going to throw this out, but this is not what I wrote down. Of course, kids. Okay? Of course, kids. But I'm going to say this. I said it before. Kids wouldn't make me stay. No. Kids wouldn't make me stay. A marriage license wouldn't make me stay. It just wouldn't be nothing to make me stay. And I don't care. It just have to be dealt with outside of however it has to be dealt with on the outside, okay? But it wouldn't make me stay because once you fed up, you're done. Especially when you know this person hates you and want to harm you and to make your life a miserable hell. Life is a journey. And do you want to go through this journey through life living in miserable hell when, the journey they have is their journey and they want you on that journey, but that's not your journey. You have to live your life for you. So back to the topic. Ways that they want to keep you there or make you come back. So I wrote down the number one topic. I guess I'm going to go into it because it's like right at the tip of my brain. But then I'm going to go down the line, okay? Is they want you unsheltered. They want you unsheltered. So this time I'm going to put two together. This ties into that narcissistic ass rage. Like where you have this narc that turns into this child because they're all in their emotions, and when they're in their emotions, they don't know how to express how they feel with just talk. So they do it with behavior, and most of the time it's rage. Okay, so they'll go through the house tearing up everything, breaking everything, kicking and destroying and burning up everything. Okay. And to the point where I have saw videos where the rage got so bad that the house was just unlivable. It was just unlivable. Like you couldn't even, it was like nothing worked. They made sure they broke the toilet or they cut the gas line or they, the water pipes are busted or whatever. And they rip the doors off the front and they rip the doors off the back so anybody can just wallow up in there while you're sleeping. They break the windows, okay? They destroy your car so you can't get to work, which is your income to keep the shelter over your head. They cause all this ruckus, especially if you live in a building where the neighbors are complaining and the cops are always there. So after so much of that, maybe the management or whatever, they all want you out. If it's not a complex or whatever, and it's your house, maybe even the neighbors can want you out because the cops are always coming there for y'all shenanigans. Or the narc destroyed everything so bad that it's unlivable. Or if you guys like move together and sign the lease together or whatever, they know that you're going to be obligated financially if you decide to leave and break the lease or whatever, so they can hold that over your head, okay? Or they can isolate you and move you so far away from all your support system where you don't know anyone. So whether it's a house or a mortgage, lease, or whatever, they know that you can't go anywhere because you don't have anywhere to go because your people are so far away. And most of the time, these financial narcs, they try to make sure they financially bind you to the point where they're trying to say that they're going to take care of everything and you get there so you have no income. God forbid if it was during COVID. Trust me, your girl know. Where you just don't have no options, to get out or whatever, okay? These are some of the things that they do when they want you to stay or come back, okay? Because if you are in these lost my thought. If you are in these situations, if you are in these situations and you have no money or whatever, they hope that maybe that's going to be the reason why you have to come back and endure more of their abuse and their pain because you have no money and nowhere to go. They could have moved you out the country. You really don't have no money and no place to go and no friends or family or anything like that. And you really, if you're in another country, they might not have the same resources like battered women shelters or men shelters or whatever. So they know that you'll try to rough it a little bit, but you have to come back because you have nowhere else to go. And that's when they're going to do you in, okay? Now, to the ones that got married to the narcs, they'll do the same thing. They would do the same damn thing. Now, I'm going to tie this into another topic that I was going to talk about because it relates and I don't have to go that far. If you have a medical condition when you are with a narc, okay, so you take medication. It's not a mental medication. Let's just say you got heartburn. Something as simple as that. Or you could just have something, that you have to take medication every day because maybe you have diabetes or allergies. Something as simple as allergies, okay? What they would do, because once they get with you, they're going to automatically tell everybody that you're on medication, but they're not going to tell the people what your medications are for. So it can make it seem like, because they're already starting a smear campaign, talking about you, to them, so it can make it seem like something was wrong with you because you are on these medications, even though they need medication for their mental evilness. How about that prescription? Maybe I need to develop a pill for mental evilness. But they can have something like high blood pressure, diabetes, whatever. Some may or may not take their medications or whatever, but they're never going to tell anybody that they're on medications. And what they would do is they'll have everybody think that, they kicked you out and unhoused and unsheltered you because of these medications when it has nothing to do with mental stability, okay? You'll never even want to tell them if you have a damn, condition or whatever that caused you to take medications or whatever, even if it was something for mental disability. At least you're doing something about it. They do nothing about it. They do nothing. They think that they can cure them themselves and they're normal. And how can they cure their themselves when they don't even have an identity and they can repeat the same psychotic behavior over and over and over again? Okay? So this brings me to a story time where this narc was like married, and now that I put the pieces together, pretty sure it was the reason why that their spouse decided to leave. So the spouse decided to leave or whatever, because you got to get away from them some type of way, even if you just go to a hotel, family, whatever, just to clear, okay? And this person decided to be gone for 3 weeks or whatever, and then they decided they cleared and they came back. So narcs standing at the door, calling the popos. That's another way that they want you to be unsheltered. Calling the popos on you all the time. And calling the popos. And this person had already been so abused by narcissism that they not really getting it together. But trust me, later on, if I talk about this person again, they got it together, which wasn't really, really good. But they called police and whatever. Like, yeah, I don't want this person here. They abandoned me and the child, and I don't know where they were, and they got medication and blah, 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 blah. And now this person was in their brain fog with the narc, and the narc made it seem like that this person was unstable and told the cops something dumb, which this person was actually telling the truth. It didn't come out right, but this person was actually telling the truth. And the narc was like, well, I'm not going to let you back in. But eventually they end up coming back, okay? They get a kick out of that. Because now they feel like now they're in control or whatever. Whether you're married to them or not. Like I said, whether you're married to them or not. And then this person had medications that they were taking. It wasn't mental medication at first until they spent over 10 years with the narc, and then it became mental conditions. So now the narc is not calling the cops. They're calling the hospital or whatever, trying to get this person locked up into a mental ward, which is all building up their smear campaign, which is building up all their smear campaign or whatever, okay? So they try to get you unsheltered by calling the cops, causing a ruckus and whatever, destruction of your property, destruction of your car, all these sorts of things or whatever. And they do this because they want you to be able to have to come back, because they want you to think that they need you. Like I said, if you broke the lease and you didn't want to be with them any further, they will hold you financially to that. These are ways that they try to keep you there or make you come back, especially if you're married, especially if you have kids with them. They'll threat to go to court to take the kids when they never even changed the damn diaper. When they never even sat alone to give you a break from the kids, and they never did anything. And the only thing they probably did was just make enough money to bring in food to feed the kids, but they never show any affection or love. They don't know nothing about the kids. Half of them don't even know the kids' birthdays. Okay. What did I put there? Oh, what did I put here? Okay. So I think I actually pretty much covered the whole topic and skipped over. But these narcs that pretty much don't have anything to offer, maybe they're beautiful, maybe they're handsome, or maybe they have money. Okay, so they would use those things to keep you there or to make you come back. They would do that. And they have no lives. They have no lives. They have no reason to live at all. They have no lives other than being a narc. Because if they didn't have anybody there, even if the financial narcs that was stable, they didn't have to start over like you if they made you unsheltered. They don't have to start over like you and, have money to get your life back on track, which will be the most happiest moments of your life once you get your life back on track. But they can be the ones that literally don't ever have to worry about housing, don't ever have to worry about money, don't ever have to worry about bills or anything like that. They can buy, drive, do whatever they want. And they think that the money that they make can buy any relationship or any lifestyle that they want. Maybe it could, maybe it can't. But it won't be God's way. How about that? It won't be God's way. So they think that they have that advantage to build a life of a narcissist. So they're trying to build this happy-go life with what they have, especially if it's money. Okay? But money doesn't even make them happy. It can keep them stable. It can keep them alive. But the sad part about it is without people or whatever it is that they want to be entertained, money cannot replace that. Money cannot replace that at all. But what they do is they will, put the mask on and mask you up and make you think that what they have is going to be this fabulous life together. And they present it that way. That's why you got these narcs on these date apps that don't have a problem with putting their income out there. Now you got the other ones that automatically put the rage out there, like I put in my TikTok short. B, if you not about this, and B, I ain't gonna pay your bills, and B, 50-50, and B, if you got kids. Like, who would want to date them? It's a narcissist, but that's a stupid narcissist. A smart narcissist wouldn't even do that. They'll put all this charming stuff out on their profile, and then they'll put their real income or whatever in their real situation out there, whatever. So this person that meets them think they found the one. I at least respect the Pookie and Ray Rays that's out there. You know, I'm 5 this, 11, and 6 feet this, and all I want to do is X you and da, and, you know, we can live together, but you got to pay bills, whatever. At least stay out front where you ain't got to go through a mask. How about that? You don't have to wear the narcissistic excuse me. You don't have to go through the narcissistic COVID mask. It's like they already saying I'm COVID narc, whatever, okay? But these covert narcs that know that they can only use what they got to get what they want. And they know they're, you know, not a catch. They know they're unattractive. They know all these things about them that nobody would ever want them for other than them having some money. They do that on purpose. Even if you are one of them people that's not even like that. You not, money ain't everything. You just really thought this person was great. And you would have, you know, rolled with them, you know, through thick and thin, not ride or die. Just thick and thin and, you know, come together as a whole. You're not even caring about that, but they don't get that. So they always trying to replace you, thinking they can get something better because they got that. So just to end it with, they do these things in ways they do these things to make sure that your life is destroyed and you're unsheltered, your kids are unsheltered, your animals are unsheltered because they got these things over your head because you fell for their trap. Okay? But what they don't know, this part, when God step in, everything that you ever lost, everything that you ever been through, that even time, even money, because, you know, we can't get back time, but God can make time come back in a different type of way. He can make time be so joyful for years because he's giving you back the time of that misery. This part, didn't even have that on my notes. Fire. God can give back time. They always say you can't get back time, but God can always get back time. The Most High does his time, okay? Where he can make your life so joyful for his umpteen years and block everything the devil tried to do just to give you back that time. So when these knocks think that they got you in a bind where you can never get back to where you need to be, even if you were unhoused for a little bit, God was already working on that plan in the background. God was already working on that plan in the background, okay? Trust me. I know. And you're going to have to go through hell after being with them, especially if they cause you to be unhoused. So you got to just go through the jungle, go through the forest, you know, godly, afraid, but survive, okay? Picking up the pieces, going back to what you come from and what you know, and using your smarts, okay? Because this is the age of technology, so you can always figure out how to, you know, do what you need to do. But that was their whole entire plan. But it backfired. And don't even think about it. If you think that they're not getting their karma for what they did and what they planned for you, they are. Like I said before, the money does not make them happy. So all they're going to end up with pretty much is narc after narc after narc after narc. Like if you were done with them 5, 6, 7, 8 years, they had a new narc every single year. Trying to find you, that real deal. Some people was only out there because of what they advertised that they were or what they really had, and the person only wanted what they really had, Or they fake what they were, and the person figured that out. Like, I ain't got to do this because I'm a narc too. They're narc. They're narc. They're narc too. This is why they always end up with other narcs. When you met them and that mask came off, that person was dead and gone. When you figure out who they were and you wised up and got out, and the person that they met, that they thought you were, dead and gone. Because you were that person. But then you had to wear a mask, just to be with them, which was really not who you were. So that person that you were, that, you presented to them, and the person that you actually were when you got with them, dead and gone, new and approved, Most High approved. Stamp, clear. Okay. And they don't want to come back and try to get that person that God pre-approved, rejuvenated, powered up, and got them on a godly path. They don't want to come back to that person because it was already playing with the Most High child. But once you got powered up, rejuvenated, back into grace, they really do not want to deal with that person. So they just got to go out there and do what they got to do, scrape up whoever they got to scrape. But they have no lives. They're hoping that you can give them the life that they want, or they want to live the life that you have, and they just want you to carry them on. But once you do not do that, ways to destroy you is the ultimate, because they don't want you to have anything. So raging and tearing up the crib, raging and getting you kicked out, raging getting you arrested, raging tearing up your car, raging making you lose your job, raging making you lose your kids, raging making you lose everything, expecting you to never come back. To never come back. But God got his own plan for you. And if you were one of those that woke up and realized this ain't what it is, and you're like me, it's a billion other people out here in the world. Why would I want to sit up here trying to change a demon, a monster, an evil person, someone I don't get along with, someone I don't even like, and wasn't never really attracted to, but the mask made you attracted to them, over a billion other people that can do right? Why? Because what they're trying to do is have you going through therapy and everything for what they're doing, telling you that you need it the whole entire time. It's what they need. Why would you go through that when it's somebody out there that God has for you, that you would never have to experience or live that type of lifestyle ever? And they're thinking they're so perfect and they're so right, running around and tearing up, raging and acting a whole fool, thinking that that's going to make somebody love them. Make that make sense. This part, make that make sense. But in a narcissistic ass, cuckoo ass brain, that's what they think. They think intimidating, scaring you, raging and acting a whole fool, doing and dumb-ish and gaslighting and projecting will make you want them. They garbage. They trash. So leave them where they need to be, at the curb, being picked up by the trash collector, or just community property, because you know how you put some good valuables that some people think is junk, but when you put the narc on the curb, it's junk. But somebody thought it was valuable, picked the narc up, and realized they was junk and put it back on the curb. Excuse me. Put it back on the curb, because all junk ain't treasure. All junk ain't treasure. Put it back on the curb and let it circulate through the community till everybody put it back on the curb. Now, with that being said, I hope that this resonated, made sense. I was just a little bit trying to get in here and I didn't have the topic really put together, but I came up with this one because I wanted to talk about this, but I elaborated a couple of other things included into this topic. So I hope it helped. Be blessed.